shows the gate is open now that this neurotransmitter binds here. Now keep in mind that the receptor part is interchangeable. This same receptor molecule could be a part of a different channel. It could be a part of a chloride channel. And so in that sense, the same neurotransmitter is going to bind to that same receptor. But this time it'll be open in the chloride channel first. And so the same neurotransmitter might be an excitatory neurotransmitter in one case, and an inhibitory neurotransmitter in another case, the same chemical, all right, because of that arrangement. Okay, so when when the neurotransmitter is released from the boutons, crosses this space called the synaptic cleft, and then the neurotransmitter binds to its receptor. Here is the receptor part. Then that opens the channel that is connected to this receptor. If this is a sodium channel that opens first, then sodium will rush in, going from higher to lower concentration, come into the cell and cause the inside of the cell to do what? Become depolarized. Anything that moves in this direction is going to be referred to as depolarization. On the action potential, this whole left side of the action potential curve is referred to as depolarization. Depolarization is caused by open sodium channel. So whatever the stimulus was, a subthreshold stimulus will cause greater potentials. A stimulus that's so weak it can't open the channels enough to reach threshold levels. Then the sodium gates would open but close. And so the gates open and quickly close, and you get this greater potential. Stronger stimulus would open the sodium channels even more. And so the channels open wider, stay open longer, and you get a bigger response like this. But once you can stimulate the channel hard enough, then the sodium gates are wide open, and they will remain wide open because of the surrounding charge, because these are voltage gated channels here. It will remain open for a fixed period of time and then close. So as long as the sodium gates are open, sodium will move in what direction? From outside to inside or inside to outside? All right, it's going to move to the inside. And as it moves to the inside, we go from a negative 70, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So this is the negative 70. And more sodium comes in, we're now at negative what? 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now to negative 50. On the graph, we're at a negative 50. All right, the channels stay open, we're at a negative 40, negative 30, negative 20, negative 10, 0, positive 10, positive 20, positive 30. Once it gets to a positive 40, the surrounding electric field closes the sodium gated, voltage gated channels. Yes. And at that voltage, it opens the potassium gated channels. These are voltage gated channels. And so if the, okay, so let me go up to positive 40 on this illustration. So enough sodium came in to take us to minus 40, minus 30, minus 20, minus 10, 0, plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, plus 40. So at this point, the potassium gates open and the sodium gates close. In which direction will potassium flow? Out. Okay? Taking away positive charge is not the same positive charge that came in, but nature is slick like that. You know, the dynamics wouldn't work. What would cause sodium to move this way has to stop, and then another force has to send it back out against this gradient. It can't work that way. And so everything is moving from higher to lower concentration, but it's sodium moving from higher to lower that creates this part of the action potential. But now it's potassium that's moving from higher to lower that's causing this to happen. Okay? So with the potassium gates open, positively charged potassium flows out, and we go from a positive 40 to a positive 30, positive 20, 10, 0, negative 10, negative 20, negative 30, negative 40, negative 50, negative 60, negative 70. But the potassium gates don't close fast enough. And so we might go down to a negative 20 or a negative 10 and get this overshoot like this. Okay, so potassium gates are open. Potassium is flowing out. But the potassium gates start to close here, but not fast enough. And so we become even more negative than resting levels. And that is called hyperpolarization. But then the sodium-potassium pump that we've been talking about, gets turned back on. But during the entire time that the sodium and potassium gates were open, the pump was off. The sodium potassium pump is off. Okay, so let's say a word about the sodium potassium pump, since I didn't mention it before. Remember that there are leakage channels for sodium and leakage channels for potassium. The leakage channels are small, but always open. And so that's why a little bit of potassium would leak. In which direction would potassium leak? Out. Okay? And sodium would leak in. If that was to continue to happen, we would reach a point of equilibrium, and then there would be no work done. To do work, you got to have a net movement of these ions. And so the membrane has to keep this concentration difference so that it now has stored potential energy. Okay? And so